beloved Christ, and I just got the message on the inner to go here. I've been doing live on Instagram and Facebook. Today was day 15, and actually technically here today I've been doing these breaths of fire since January 4th. Today is February 1st, 2024. Almost the in bulk, almost the halfway point. According to, Google, February 2nd is the halfway point between winter and spring. So also an honoring of Bridget, the goddess Bridget. And I'm here in my lovely home in Mount Shasta, California, which I so adore and love and cherish because we have clean drinking water right out of the tap, and I love bathing in it and drinking it as much as possible. And like I said, I've been doing these practices since January 4th, so today that makes it 31 minus 4 is 27. So today is the 28th day, technically. And like I said, 15th day live on Instagram and live on Facebook, so I already did that. So I already did 3,016 breaths of fire. So this will be another, well, we'll see how far I go. It's really beautiful because it is definitely increasing my vitality and strength and opulence, health. It's definitely a practice of the immortal yogis such as Babaji. Babaji lived in his body for 5,000 years. Yeah, I'm speaking of the Babaji that was in India when Jesus was alive, and that's when the lost years that they didn't put in the Bible, that's when Jesus went to India and studied with Babaji, who's also Shiva. Om Namah Shivaya. It's the incarnation of the immortal. And although Saint Germain is even older than Babaji, he told me that. He came here 226,000 years ago. Whatever, I'm glad he clarified that. Saint Germain was also the father of Jesus. He was Joseph. He's had many incarnations. He was Quetzalcoatl, who wrote the Mayan calendar. And then in this lifetime, he is born. Well, he ascended in the 1700s, so he didn't have to be born. He's a walk-in. And so his walk-in birthday is July 26th, which is the first day of the Mayan calendar. He was Kukulkan, he was William Shakespeare, Anyway, let's not talk about Saint Germain right now. We're talking about breaths of fire. So although this is the home of the Violet Flame here in Mount Shasta, there's a subterranean city here called Telos, which apparently when Lemurian Atlantis sank eons ago, 25,000 Lemurians went in the mountain, and now there's about 1.5 million of them, and it's a cavernous dome, and it's fifth dimensional, which means you have to be thinking positively 100% of the time, which is why many of the physical entrances were closed off, because of the negativity on the so-called surface of the planet, which is where I am, and probably you are too. And so, but there is still one cave entrance, physical entrance into Telos that actually a friend of mine, after Saint Germain told me this, then like pretty soon thereafter, I met this lady. She was staying with me when I used to Airbnb here, and turned out she was from like the Philippines. Where's she from? Not Thailand or Bali. Anyway, down that area, Asiatic, and she like used to hang out in trees and stuff as a kid. Kwasha, that's her name, and on Facebook, and she just happened to tell me that one day she was hiking the mountain, and then she was guided by a butterfly to go to this cave entrance. She said she was actually levitating at a certain point, which makes sense because apparently some people have tried to get there. It's very treacherous and people have died. So anyway, she was levitating over there, and then this huge cave was open, and apparently there's a huge sheet of ice between her, and she could see a couple Telosians in there waving at her. And she knew if she slid in there, she wouldn't necessarily be able to get back out. So, and she has children, and so she decided to stay up here on the surface of the planet, as they call it. So yeah, the Earth's like a cavern, is like a honeycomb. There's all these subterranean cities. Then beneath that is the Middle Earth, which has the original Garden of Eden. This is according to Saint Germain, who I've studied quite a bit of his material. And also the capital of the earth is Shambhala inside. That's supposedly also where the Buddha resides on the 8th ray, the gold ruby ray. And the affirmations for the 8th ray is I am Buddha consciousness. I am the deepest meditation. And so Telos is the home of the violet flame. And if you don't know about the violet flame, there's tons of information on it. So you can certainly do the research. The violet flame is what everybody goes through to ascend. We are having a mass ascension on this planet, according to Saint Germain. A 7th golden age is here, heaven on earth. We are definitely assured the victory. So no more squabbling about that. You choose love or fear. God is love. That is for sure, or else we would not be here. True that. So anyway, this practice of the breath of fire is, you know, an ancient yogic practice, and I call it the breath of God, because really your breath is your consciousness, and you would not be animating your body without this breath. And I'm doing it now in the morning on an empty stomach. It's better than coffee. You know, people have been probably resting, sleeping, so then they're breathing shallow, and so then they want coffee and stimulants in the morning, right? To help them wake up. Well, this will wake you up, as well as jumping in a frozen lake or the snow or taking a cold shower or whatever. But anyway, you can take it. I like to take a bath in the morning with Epsom salts or Dead Sea salts from Israel with essential oils. And then lately, the last 3 or 4 days, I've been doing a kidney cleanse, which I saw a reel on Instagram for, which is basically half a lemon with a teaspoon of baking soda in a glass of water. It's really yummy. It's fizzy. It's really delicious, and that's supposed to cleanse your kidneys, and you're supposed to do that for a week, and then like 2 weeks off, and then that for another week. I also eat half a grapefruit, which is a liver cleanser, drink like a quart of water, and then I come down and have and that's upstairs. This is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo, and then I have a cup of tea with supplements. So yeah, and then I like lots of bowel movements that I've been saying, like chia seeds. I think it's an Aztec superfood. Also, like marathon runners like it. You can put it in water and it makes it like a gel. I love it. I love that consistency. You could put oats in it, or tapioca, or coconut milk, or maple syrup, and cinnamon, cardamom, vanilla. You can make it like a pudding, you know, or just plain. It's wonderful, and that really keeps everything lubricated, keeps your bowels moving if you have any issues in that way, which pretty much anybody does. So yeah, superfoods, super fantastic. Anyway, I'm going to do supposedly 1508. Maybe I'll do even more breaths of fire, see how it goes. And if you have never done it before, I like to demonstrate it's kind of like panting like a dog, like, but you're doing that through your nose. So it's quick, short breaths out. And so we're expelling all the old carbon dioxide, and you're breathing in fresh prana, fresh oxygen, which of course is very revitalizing for the chi, the prana, the life force, kundalini, whatever you want to call it. And then after that, I breathe in and hold for as long as I can. And I've gotten up today, when I did it live on Instagram and Facebook, what did I get to? 3 minutes. And was it 10 seconds or something like that? And I started out 52 seconds back, you know, like a month ago. So that's quite the improvement. Maybe I'll get to being able to hold my breath for 5 minutes. Another thing too is I'm leaning on this exotic dancer pole, which is great for stretching and yoga and whatever. And I'm sitting on sheepskins. I'm sitting cross-legged, and like my goal is to be able to sit in full lotus with an erect spine comfortably. I'm getting there. And also, like I said, maybe hold my breath for 5 minutes. So it's nice to have goals. We like that, don't we? Kind of gives you something to look forward to, your own self-love challenge. So yeah, and then after I hold my breath as long as I can, then I breathe out, and it's called the Ujjayi breath, and you can kind of hear this growl deep at the back of my throat. Right, like that. So, and then I breathe out till I'm empty. Then I do the triple mula bandha locks, which is the perineum squeezing, or kind of like Kegels, like what would stop your flow of urine. So you squeeze that, and then the solar plexus below the heart chakras, squeeze, and the back of the neck. So I'm sitting as straight as you can, gazing into the third eye. Hold that as long as you can. So I do 3 breaths in and 3 breaths out, and then Om Shanti 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 Om for world peace. I have my essential oil diffuser going with On Guard doTERRA essential oils, which has like eucalyptus, lemon, rosemary, and cinnamon. It's really good for the immune system. Anyway, that's what you're seeing is that mist from my essential oil diffuser. And yeah, it's raining here, and it's like 67 degrees in my condo right now. Anyway, who cares? I do, apparently. Anyway, let's get going and just do the best you can. You know, if you need to sit on a chair or lay down, that's fine too. You don't have to, you know, or half lotus, whatever. I used to live on Maui for 18 winters many years ago, and one time I was doing breathing exercises and I was sitting on a chair, and then when I held my breath in, like the prana was so profoundly intense that I actually blacked out, and I woke up laying on the floor kind of in a fetal position. Luckily I didn't get hurt at all. I feel like there's a certain kind of sacred protection maybe from doing these practices, and this is the truth actually. As you evolve and as you are focused on your path, on your mission, on your purpose, you do get support and help from the invisible ones, the ascended masters, the archangels, the celestial hosts, the benevolence. And so I certainly feel that, and I am somebody that definitely fell way off the path. I was drinking and smoking pot and whatever, lusting and greed, jealousy, any of it, any negativity, right? So I'm coming from that place too, and suicidal misery and just wanting it all to end, all of that. I've called the suicide hotline. I mean, I've been there. I have ultra compassion. I know how extremely, excruciatingly challenging it can be here, which is why not many people actually have ascended. Now the bar is lower. You had to be, before back in the day, you had to be 100% positive, you know, all the time. Now it's like 51%. So if you're basically a positive person, you're going to ascend. So you're always choosing love or fear, and love is more fun, trust me. I tried the other way, everybody has. We've had enough war and patriarchal domination. It's time for equality. The divine feminine is rising up. She's like no more participating in that as well. That means the divine feminine in everyone, that doesn't mean just women. But then feminine is also about the intuition, trusting your intuition, your heart, your thoughts. We're only here with God always. There's only God. So that's the only one that really knows you is Source, the beloved creator. So whatever you're thinking, like this, I just suddenly had the thought to go here, right? And I could have ignored the thought and been like, nah, I'm just gonna go do something else. But I knew that I haven't had that thought until right now, was to go live on YouTube. So then I decided to honor it because it came in. The transmission, the thought. So anyway, here I go. I'm ready to go. And yeah, just do the best you can. You can't go wrong, and there's no negative side effects from it, so don't worry about it. It's definitely gonna help improve your health in any area. There's only really one disease. You're either like acidic maybe or alkaline, you know what I mean? And so it manifests in all these different ways, but really like cancer is just a lot of impacted mucus. So that's why you always want to blow your mucus out. Don't suck it in. Even if you have to have a box of tissues or handkerchiefs with you, whatever, just get it out. That's the mucus is a slime that actually helps the toxins to move out. So that's what's so beautiful about the human body, is it does want to naturally regenerate and heal and live a long time. You can live for thousands of years, and if you don't believe it, that's not my problem. It's up to you, and it's all good. God is love, that's for sure. And wherever you leave off, if you did commit suicide, you're still going to go through whatever torturous, miserable gnarliness that accompanies those feelings. That's just how we learn and grow and have an experience. And so, you know, we are eternal souls forever, and each soul is individual even though we are one. So like, for instance, the soul of Jesus Christ or Mother Mary or Kuan Yin or Saint Germain or Buddha, whatever ascended masters, they, you know, you are having your own unique individual experience. My birth name is Katya Simpson, and Katya is one of the 108 names. I have the Russian spelling, Katya, and Katya is one of the 108 names of Durga. In the Hindu Indian philosophy, Durga rides the tiger and the lion. She's the original goddess. I also love Saraswati and Lakshmi, and I love them all. I mean, I play many instruments, and I have 5 albums on Spotify, and so yes, I have many pots in the fire, as they say, and I have many sources of different income. Although my mother is paying the mortgage and HOA fees here right now. I lived in my van for 5 years, and thank you, Mom, for having my back. She's like, you need your inheritance now, and I'm like, thank you. So very grateful for my mother's support. And I've been single, living alone for a few years, and I'm loving it. It's very heavenly, to say the least. So, anyway, here we go. From the top, just quick, short breaths out, and I'm demonstrating. And I count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20 in my head. And then it's 100, 200, 300, 1,000. I think I'm going to do 1,508. Who knows? Maybe I'll do more. Maybe I'll do less. I don't know. Whatever I authentically, organically want to do. But at least 1,008 for sure. All right. Maybe I'll take a sip of water. Feel like a little extra hydration before I start. All right, here we go. My purple yoga ball is rolling over here. Yeah, I'm sitting on sheepskins. I'm actually leaning against this pole too. Sometimes I don't. All right, here we go. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace on earth, here and now. Heaven on earth, here and now. I am ascended and free. Repeat with me. I am ascended and free. I am ascended and free. I am the ascension in the light. I am the ascension in the light. I am the ascension in the light. I am the violet flame blazing through me, transmuting, dissolving, consuming everything that doesn't serve my highest good ascension and freedom, and the highest good ascension and freedom for all beings as quickly as possible. So be it. All right, this is my first live here in a long time. Let's see, what do I do?